If you ever felt like you are not good enough, like people are watching you, judging you, you're not alone. I have been there. And now I was very insecure about my voice, my body, the way I walk into a room itself. The confidence was like 0%. I didn't really have a confidence at all. But now I have the real confidence. It's not like I walk around like I have a fake confidence and all. I have a real confidence where it is peaceful, it's grounded, and my inner strength is more safe than before. And I'm going to tell you how I changed my insecurity into strength. There was this time where I really don't know what insecurity was. Even I have had it, but I didn't know that insecurity was in me, and I needed some healing to just be confident around to talk to anybody. So I'm just going to tell you what insecurity is, and let's just get into the other part later. The root of insecurity is like, we all know that some people have told us that we need to change ourselves to be accepted in an environment or anywhere. So that's when insecurity starts. So we just change ourselves to be in a place, in an environment, in a friends group, in a workplace, or we need to be adaptable. That's when insecurity starts. It usually starts like, what if I don't have enough money to just buy groceries? What if I lose this job? What if people think me that I'm very unattractive? What if people think that I'm very boring? What if people or everyone think that I'm not smart enough? What if my manager thinks that I am dumb? Or what if a friend thinks me that I'm not very funny or just a very great person to be with? This all, this everything just sets in your brain that you are an insecure person. This is where insecurity starts. So let's just come to my story now. So I was very terrified of people judging me. I used to overthink everything I said and everything what I did when I meet someone or when I was in a social event or place. So I literally begged people to be my friend, which was a very embarrassing thing for me. But yes, I was so desperate for approval and validation. And I started pleasing people, whoever I thought, maybe I thought that only if they accept me, I will be happy. So I started buying gifts for people who I barely knew. It was very sad about me. I know I'm very sad to do that, but I realized that I had enough. So whatever I do, there was still that emptiness inside me that didn't actually fulfill. Even if I please people, I don't think I was happy. So I thought, what if people think bad about me, or what if people think that I'm not attractive? That's totally fine, and it's their approval and it's their opinion, and I don't want their approval or opinion. So I started asking myself that what is that I afraid of that people will see in me, and what am I trying to do actually, like to please others. And I truly know that I am bringing everything to the table, and I don't have to please or get approval from people who I barely knew. And I decided that I have to be with me to make me happy. That's when I shifted my focus to, instead of focusing on others, I started fixing me and focusing on me. I had this thought for a very long time that I was not good enough to be a friend, not enough to be a girlfriend, someone's daughter, and everything that just started to rule my mind. And then I started to change that perspective that I am good enough, that I have everything in me, that people don't usually see that. So I'm going to tell you how I shifted my mindset from being an insecure person by pleasing others to a confident person now. So the first and foremost thing which I did was write everything. Uh, Journaling is very tough, and I know. And you don't have to journal every day. Whenever you think that you have this very hard feeling, you can write it down just in your phone or any paper, because it's an awareness that you have it. So, what I did was there was a guilt feel in me where my friend asked me to come to a place, and I never wanted to go in the first place. But I just had this guilt feeling that she came the when I needed her. So I didn't want her to go really, and I thought I had this guilt feeling, and I just wrote down and I asked me why I felt that. And I just thought that I just wanted to be cool in front of those people, and I know that Instagram stories would look good, and the time spent was really worth it. Was it really? But instead, I just want to stay home and watch my favorite movie, Modern Family. Yeah, of course, it's a series, but yes, I just wanted to watch that series. And I had this guilt feeling. I wrote it down, but actually, I went to meet her. And yes, after that, whenever I had this guilt feeling, I know why. So I never did that. I just set a boundary so that I'm taking care of myself first. So the second thing is reparenting yourself. It's like I had this habit. I just wanted to do it, but I don't know how to do that. So the thing is, I really can't sit in one place quietly for some time. My mind was very disturbed. So I just started meditating. So I just thought meditating will help. And I know meditating was a very big task for me. So what I did was when I started doing it for consequently 5 minutes every day for 1 week, I just celebrated that win. I encouraged myself. And it was very dumb to look into my mirror for the first time and just talk something which I never heard at all in my childhood or from anyone. So that was very encouraging to me because I did it for myself, that I am proud of me to do that. I am proud of me to just sit for 5 minutes in a place to meditate. Like meditate. I didn't have any lessons. I didn't learn how to meditate. I just sit simply and just listen whatever sound I got in the room. That's how I started meditating, and I celebrated the win. And coming to this topic, like reparenting is what I was talking about, right? So reparenting means I didn't get the encouragement for whatever I did in my childhood or the teenage. So I started encouraging myself and reparenting myself. Whenever I fall down, I am going to tell myself that I am okay and it's okay to be like this. It's okay to feel like this, and I am doing that for me. So how amazing is that? When you reparent yourself, like your inner child is so happy that she is getting what you didn't get now, and it's your words, and it will be very amazing if you do it. The next thing is I let go of people pleasing. I chose peace instead of chasing approval or validation. I was like the very insecure girl who thinks that I can be someone else instead of being me. So I started seeking validation, of course, when people just tells me what to do, or if I was very happy to help people. People please, literally. Like if they need someone, I'm going to be there. So that's the person I was. So instead of going after people who they need, I'm being there for me. So that's how I stopped being a people pleaser in the first place. I usually avoid avoid crying or the sad situation I get. But now I sit with the emotions. Whenever someone upsets me or do wrong with me, I just go to my friend or anyone I have who wants to listen to my stories. I just go yap or gossip about them or usually ignore what I felt. So now, whenever I feel angry, I just let it out. Whenever I feel sad or I wanted to cry, I am doing it. And I am being in the discomfort instead of just telling someone else or lashing out or like that. So, sitting with your emotions is really tough. I struggled a lot, of course. Initially, it was I was bottling up all the emotions right previously, so letting out was a outburst. It triggered so much, and I know how to handle emotions now and how to segregate what are the emotions I have and how to actually take in what I want. That's how I am now. So sit with your emotions, like when you feel a guilt feeling or shame or fear, you have to just watch what you feel. That's an amazing thing, to observe what you feel. Then you know how to avoid it instead of just bottling up and throwing it away. And it is beautifully said in I think it's Inside Out too. The person, I think I don't remember the character name, but the character bottles up all the negative emotions or the happy emotions. She throws away and usually feels anxious all the time and fear all the time. And when she took back the bottled emotions, she was happy. So sit with your emotions. Learn how to just face your emotions. That's how I did that too. So the last thing I did was saying affirmations to myself or in mirror or writing it down, because I literally felt very dumb doing that initially. Like saying I'm confident, I am good enough every day was really dumb. Okay. So I didn't give up. I just wrote it down every day. I said it aloud. I was saying that I'm stepping up into a higher and beautiful timeline every day when I wake up, and it felt very dumb when I started that. But when I say that every day, I tricked my brain that I am that. This is not like you're faking it, but it just tunes your brain that you're no longer the insecure person, and just changing your brain that you're telling your mind that you are good enough and a confident person. Indeed, that's how you have to trick your brain, just by saying affirmations daily. It just worked wonders for me. I don't usually talk to strangers, but affirmations help me so much that I could talk to anyone I want. Like anyone, whomever I think that a stranger who's very awkward person or angry person, or it's who is not a really approachable person, I can talk to them. I can say anything I feel about them or anything I wanted to talk to them. That's how affirmations changed me. 1 year or 2 years back, I wouldn't have come up to a camera to speak whatever I have in my mind. And life ever after insecurity gave me this advantage that I could talk in a video and I could talk to people, I could talk to strangers. I have this confidence to just do whatever I want, do or say whatever I think. I just express myself so freely now. That's how life after insecurity was to me. So once I started thinking that people should like me, people started respect me more. They respect me more. Like people wanted me everywhere, wanted my presence. And that's how I changed my dynamic and my mindset, and that changed others' mindset too. So when you restrict yourself from thinking that people are judging you and watching you every time. You can't just flow with life. You can't do what you want. Even if you want to just start a company, start a baking studio, you will never have a confidence if people, you think that people is going to judge you for what you're doing. You will stop working. You will stop living your own life. So I just stopped thinking about people judging me. I just started accepting that I have flaws and I have to recover from that, and I am. So when I
Still,
know that I don't care about what people are judging about me or thinking about me and talking about me, I started living my life literally. Like, I know that I'm going to get criticized for what I talk in videos or what I post in videos, but I don't really care because I just want to say whatever I want, and I want that freedom to be mine. I want to own my life instead of someone else telling me what to do. And that much confidence is that I have now, that I can have my own life. It's acceptable, right? So everything comes to self love. You just need to accept who you are. Even if you are totally flawed, not perfect, you just have to love yourself and accept what you are. Even if you think that you are, like, you don't know or you lack skills, you can go learn something. You have the platform. There are so many free courses out there to just learn. So you don't have to think that you're not smart, right? So when you stop loving yourself, people will start being obsessed with you. Just try it. So if I could move from total self doubt to total self love, I think you can too. It's not that tough. So I think about insecurity, I need to talk about so many things, but it's just a basic thing which I just wanted to share how I felt in my life and how I overcome the insecurity in my life. So I'll just, before getting deeper into that topic, I just wanted to thank you for watching this video. Bye.